Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Dan Sheets, down in the den, 734. I've got another mock draft for you. And this one is going to be a 7-round mock. We're going to stick and pick. There's not going to be any trades in this one. I'm probably going to do a trade video in another post that I put up here. I just wanted to do a stick and pick video following the combine and then obviously following the first full week of free agency and just see where the chips fall. I don't want to, it's going to be probably a little complicated because my mind is pretty heavily in the area of we're going to trade out of the first round, but we're going to stick and pick and just see where the chips fall. Top three areas that I'm going to look at for early, I guess you want to call it pick spots, where I'm going to favorite us going would be defensive edge, okay, defensive backfield, and quarterback. In that order, but not necessarily in that order, because you'll see how I want to kind of play this out, and we'll just kind of figure it out. Whoever's available, we'll go with. So, that being said, we're going to kick it off. 7 rounds. We're picking at 28, and we've got some decent options here, but I'm going to tell you right now, because I've seen it happening a lot, is we're going to go quarterback first. And hear me out. It would not be crazy to me that the Lions say, okay, Hendon Hooker is, 27 now? Well, will be 27 this year. And as someone who's only, technically a rookie, right, has no real experience, that's worrisome. Could be good trade capital in the future. Let's go get a younger guy and have him be the heir apparent to Jared Goff. I have no idea why Shedeur Sanders would fall this far. No idea. I think that he is legitimately a top QB prospect up there with Cam Ward. And so I don't understand this, and I highly doubt it would happen. That being said, I'm probably not going to waste this pick on Shedeur because I don't think Shedeur will be there. That brings up some interesting points here because you have Will Howard, who was high on my QB list, but then also Jackson Dart. And if I don't pick those guys in this first round, will they make it to 60? Will they make it to late in the second? I think one will. I think Will Howard might. But I also don't know that for a fact. So do the Lions say, okay, if we want a good quarterback to be the replacement for Jared future state, okay, let's look at this. How old? So Shedeur would be a better pick than Will here. And I think Jackson is the youngest. Yes. So Jackson Dart would be the one that's got the most tread, right? And honestly, in my interpretation of how he plays, he's kind of the most like all over the place. OC would love to have him running the offense type of guy because he can do so many different things. So, what do we do? I'm bailing on all of it, and I'm going to go with a guy that I value pretty highly, higher than Jack Sawyer, and I'm going to go JT. I think this dude's going to be an impact player, and so we're going to draft him. And we're going to draft him on the hopes that a QB is still available, which is crazy. I don't know if Will Howard would even be available here at 60, but Jackson Dart is a no-brainer to me. You pick him up at 60 if he's there. I just think you need to do that. Now, that being said, Jared Wilson has uptrended aggressively, and I like him. He was in my top 5 for offensive linemen available in the draft. But I also like Andrew Makuba, and I feel like he's going to play very well. Curb needs somebody, and I get that we've got Brian Branch back there playing safety, but I almost feel like Brian is a better like nickel corner, but maybe Makuba could play that. I just think that Andrew Makuba is a stud and a savage. And so me kind of walking through all this, I'm kind of selling myself at this pick. I don't think he'll make it to 102, but if he does, we got to pick him up. So, that now, I was literally going to say, so we've picked up edge, you picked up quarterback, You now have a DB back there. We can pick up another corner in a later pick here because I think that corner there's some guys that could be some role players a little later on. But Barrett Carter is in my top 5 linebackers in this draft. And I think he's got a lot of promise. I think he's got a lot to offer, and I'm going to pick him up. Kind of unreal that he's sitting there. So for me now, the 2 places I want to see us spend draft capital is interior offensive line or tackle. We could do either one. You got 3 picks left. And corner. First would be corner because I need to see who's available there. So, yeah, damn. I feel like we kind of missed out, but I like Marshall Jr. There's good, decent tape on him. Who do we have here? So you got Jake Major still available. I think I'm going to pick, well, Miles Frazier's also really good. So it depends on what we want to do because you got Frank Ragnow who's not getting any younger and definitely has had his bouts with injury. You'd like to have somebody who could take snaps behind that. And I know Mason Graham, gets in there in a pinch. But do we want to go this route to have like a guy who we know could be that guy to help out? Yeah, I say yeah. So that leaves me with the 2 spots. I didn't go wide receiver here because I don't think we need to. I think we're also going to pick up another guy in free agency. Wouldn't be surprised if we did. Yeah. Let's go Tommy Hill out of Nebraska. I think that's a good pick. And what do we have still available here? Just to add depth. Don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense just to do it. Who's available? Xavier Truss is interesting. That's a big dude. Why not? Take a flyer on him, see if it works out for us. So there you go. There you have it. Okay? 7-round stick and pick, see where the chips fall. Obviously PFF doesn't like what I've done. But if I am a Lions fan and I see us go this route, I'm not mad at it. Now I'm sure that there's going to be people who are in the comments that, definitely would have some feedback for me on this, and that's the whole point of doing this. I'm interested to see what your guys' thoughts are on this. Going this route makes sense to me. You'd be building for future and putting some really good chess pieces on the board for an already young and talented, Detroit Lions team. I think the only question marks I'd have on there are those last 3 picks. The first 4, super confident in. So let me know your thoughts. Get in the comment section. And, yeah, man, give me some feedback on this. What do you guys think? And where did I maybe veer off the path? And ultimately, do you agree with some of the picks that I've got here? Let me know. Until next time, have a great day, guys.